Caitlin, and I'm a Partner Relations Manager at FirstIgnite. Today, I'm going to be giving you a walkthrough of all of the FirstIgnite software's features. First off, I'd like to point out that if there are any of the features that you'd like to come back to for a refresher, we have a tutorial section located in the bottom left. Feel free to check out these videos if you ever need any help, or reach out to a FirstIgnite representative and we're happy to assist you. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with our company search feature. Here you can enter a research or patent abstract, keywords, industry, or specific organization to find relevant companies. I've gone ahead and copied a patent abstract, and I'm just going to paste that into the tool and click Find Companies. While that's loading, I'm going to go over a few of the filters that we have here. First off, you can filter by location. You can also filter by company size, the intent of your conversation, the type of organization that you are looking to meet with, and finally, you can filter and exclude companies that you've already reached out to in the past and maybe don't want included in your search now, or if there's any companies that you just simply aren't interested in connecting with. You would just upload an Excel file or a CSV with at minimum the columns name and website, and it will exclude those companies from your search. Now let's go ahead and check out one of these companies. Each company should come up with a company description at the top, and then we also display the number of employees in the company, the annual revenue, when it was founded, the industry that it's in, the location of their headquarters, and a link to their website. One of the cooler features about our platform is we also give a reason why this company matched your search. So if you ever reach out to a company and they're wondering, why'd you choose to reach out to us? You have that answer for them right here. Now I'm going to go back and let's say that I looked at all of these companies and I like them all, and I'd like to reach out to them later on. What you would do is you would check off the boxes to the left of the companies with what you would like to speak with, and then you can click Save. This will save these companies to a list on the platform for you to come back to. And then hit Confirm. If I want to access these companies, I would go over to my Saved list on the left side of the screen, and here I will be able to access all of those companies that I have just saved. And if you click into the companies, you will notice that all of the information for that company is still listed, along with the reason why this company matched your search. I'm going to go back, and I want to show you how now you can export companies. Each of our features comes with a history tab, so if you have to step away and come back to a search, feel free to go to your history. So let's say I wanted to export these to an Excel sheet onto my computer. Just like before, I would check off the boxes to the left of the companies that I'm interested in speaking with, and then I would click Export. Here, you can name your file and then export it to an Excel file onto your computer. You can also save it as a company list at this point in time if you hadn't already by checking off this box. If you want the company reasons included into that Excel sheet, you would check off this box. It would then be emailed to you with those reasonings included. Now let's go back into one of these companies. Here we have a competitors tab. If you have a company that you are interested in speaking with, chances are companies that are competitors of this company would also be interested in hearing about your initiative. So feel free to check out this competitors tab when you get a chance. Over here under People tab is where you'll be able to actually start communicating with the individuals at the company that you would like to speak with. We have some filters here as well. You can filter by job title, locations, a specific name of a person at the company, and whether they're an alumni at a specific university or college. If I want to save these people to a list on the platform, just like with companies, you would check off the box to the left of the individuals that you would like to speak with, and then click Save. And then hit Confirm. Now, if I want to access back to these individuals, I would go over to my saved list, and under People list, I will be able to find those individuals that I have just saved. Now, if I want to access their emails and actually communicate with them, you can do this a couple different ways. First, you could click Get Email over here on the right to show their email, and that would cost 1 email credit. Another option would be to export the individuals. If you check off the boxes to the left of the individuals that you would like to speak with and then click Export, this would cost 1 email credit per individual that you would like to export. and this would export them to an Excel sheet onto your computer. If you didn't already save them to a people list at that time, you could check off this box to do that. FirstIgnite can also be used to find investors that would like to invest in technology similar to yours. Just as with company search, you can enter a research or business idea, product description, or keywords to find investment groups. So if I paste in that same description that I had pasted in before, and then click Find Investors, it will show investors that would be willing to invest in newer technology. You also have filters on the investor search. You can filter by location, the investment stages, as well as the organization type. If you click into one of these companies, it shows the same exact information that would be shown under the company search. Okay, now let's move into our market search feature. Here you can find new markets to enter into, as well as additional companies to reach out to. Here you would enter a research or patent abstract, keywords, or industry to uncover new markets. I'm going to paste in that same description that I've been using and then click Find Markets. Right off the bat, we're going to give you the 3 most applicable markets for your technology. Here we have the medical device manufacturers, hospitals and clinics, and medical research institutions. If you'd like to load more, simply click Load More. I do want to note that the further down you go, the less applicable the markets will be. So try to stick to the ones at the top. Now let's look into one of these markets. Each market will give you a description of the market itself, and then we also give you the market size and the compound annual growth rate with sources linked to both of these statistics. If you scroll down a little bit more, we also give a figure for the market segments by percent, as well as a figure for the market growth, and this goes up to the year 2030. If you scroll down more, we'll give you the top companies in that market, and then we'll also give you a niche companies list. These are great companies to reach out to because they work very specifically in the area that your technology or initiative is in. If you'd like to share this market report, simply click Get Shareable Link. This will create a public link that you can then copy and share with anyone, anywhere. You do not have to have a FirstIgnite account to access a market report through the public link. Now let's move on to our people search. I like using the people search page because I like doing my company searches first and then moving on to my people searches. Here on the people search page, you can search for individuals specifically by a company. So if I wanted to do that, I could type in the company name and then all of those individuals will appear. To speed up the prospecting process, I like to set my filters ahead of time and then turn on this toggle from Select from Saved Company List. Once you turn that on, you can click in the box and then your saved company list will appear. Here I can see those companies in that list, and then without having to reset my filters, I can work through each company. Under this Save tab, these will be all the individuals that you have saved to a list on the platform under Save Lists. Under Email Access, these will be all of the individuals that you have access to email for by either clicking Get Email over here or exporting them to an Excel sheet onto your computer. Now we're moving on to Save Lists. I've kind of already covered this. This is where you will access your company lists and your saved people lists. But one more thing you can do on company lists is you can actually upload your own company list. If you made a company list on an Excel or a CSV file, you can upload that here with the column header's name and website, and you'll be able to create your own company list. Now let's move on to the summarization tool. Here, you would enter a research or patent abstract, and it will create a one-page non-confidential summary of your technology or initiative. So I'm going to go ahead and paste in that same abstract, and then click Get Summary. This tool is great because it takes very complicated topics and turns it into something simpler and easier to understand. Here you will see it is generating a title, category, an executive statement, a description of the technology itself, the key advantages of the technology. It will also give you the problem solved. And then finally, the market applications. If you'd like to share the summary, there are a couple ways to do that. One, you can download it as a PDF or an HTML, or you can select the text option and then you can copy the summary. You can also edit the summary right here in the tool by simply typing in it. Okay, now finally, let's move on to templates. You will use templates when you want to start actually communicating with the individuals that you found on our tool. To create a new template, simply press New Template. Here, you can name your template, create a subject line, and then type up the body. Here is where it will make reaching out to these individuals a little bit quicker and efficient. We have something called snippets that you can use. This will autofill the information of the contacts that you're looking to connect with. So you can say hi and use a snippet for first name, my name is, and then you could use the snippet for sender first name, from, you can use the snippet from sender organization, and then you could say something along the lines of, I noticed you are the, and use a snippet for title at company, and I noticed you were interested, something like that. And then over here on the right, you will see a preview of that template and then all of the highlighted information in which will be autofilled when you go to reach out to these individuals. So I'm going to go up here in the top right and click Save. And now when I want to reach out to these individuals, I'm just going to go to one of my saved lists, and then I'm going to click Show under someone that I have already selected their email for, and then click Send Email. Up here in the top, I can click Select a Template, and here is that test template that I have just created. And now this email reads, Hi Ramesh, my name is Demo from FirstIgnite. I noticed you are the building maintenance at Boston Scientific. And that is the email. Finally, I just want to end off here at the tutorials page. Again, if there are any of the features that I've covered today that you want a refresher on, feel free to check out the tutorials in the bottom left. And I hope you have happy searching on FirstIgnite software.